Double Masters 2022 is going to be a shell game. Double Masters 2022 really does have a lot going for it, but at the same time, it's got a lot of things that most people are not taking a look at. Welcome back everyone, MTG Moxman here, and thanks for hanging out with me on the channel today. When I look at this set, I am really excited. As are most of you guys out there, we're really pumped up for the set. But now calm down and look beyond the Imperial Seal. Look at the mythics that they're showing you on the spoiler season. Take a closer look. Picture it almost like tiers. The very top of the pyramid is going to be the Imperial Seal, and it slowly goes down until we get the more common mythics, which are the ones we are most likely to see in a lot of these packs they call double rares and double mythic packs. Getting disappointed can be the worst thing. I'm not always a big advocate of going out there and jumping in to buy a pre-release price card, but sometimes to save yourself the grief and the money of cracking tons of packs hoping for a card, you may have to go the pre-release route. And that's what we're going to go over today, as well as some of the other issues facing Double Masters 2022. No matter what I say, it is going to be a phenomenal product. It's going to be record sales. People are going to be busting out a lot of cash to get this done. But it's coming at an expense. Okay? So let's go ahead. First off, take a look at this. Most of you guys saw Nicol Bolas the God Pharaoh. This card's only averaging like $8 US, $9 in Canada. I know it's a mythic, sure, and it was great when it came out in the set, but that's not really a card as a reprint that I needed to see right now. He's not overly priced. He's kind of just a throw-in. And that's not a great mythic I'd like to see when I open a pack. I understand it's going to happen, and most of you guys have to recognize that this will happen. You are going to get junk mythics like that. They're not really like heavy-hitting cards, and there's quite a few on the list here today. But at the same time, Wizards has to put them in, which is why sometimes, not always, but sometimes, it is better to go ahead, pay the extra money for a pre-release card, which makes me cringe a little bit because I know they're going to be overpriced right now. But the disappointment of cracking a box for $400 Canadian is going to hurt more than just buying some of the cards you really want. So when you take a look at the next card here, Divine Visitation. A great card. I enjoy it. A lot of fun. I mean, Guilds of Ravnica, right? But it's $12. You might break even on the pack, but trade-in value, you're talking 50%, and soon it's going to be about 10%. This card's going to tank when it gets reprinted. It's going to totally just bucket load that price. It's probably too early to reprint a card like Divine Visitation, but Wizards has to put some mythics in there to kind of fill out the roster. I think I have 14 cards on the list today that are all mythics. And when you look at that and you recognize we've seen basically 1/3 of the entire list of mythics, there's still going to be some heavy-hitting cards out there, I'm sure. But just recognize that pattern of a tier when you go and you open your packs or you're going to buy things. Your chances of hitting one of the big guys like Imperial Seal is not going to be as common as people seem to think it's going to be. I've read a lot of comments. I've talked to a lot of stores out there today. I got about 16 retailers who got back to me. Some of them are putting up extremely limited quantities of their cards, and we'll get down that as we go. So next up here, Lord of Extinction, $10.33 US. It's like a $12 to $15 card. Again, not a horrible card to get, but not a game gut-wrenching card. These are the lower end mythics you'll probably see more often, like I said. But when you start getting those pack after pack and you get, 4 or 5 mythics in a box, and it's low end mythics like this between a foil version, a regular version, whatever it may be, you're going to be kind of disappointed. And as long as you're prepared for that and you don't care, you just want to have some fun cracking packs, then this part doesn't matter to you. It just doesn't, because you're just like going to have fun anyway. I understand that too. Muldrotha, the Gravetide, $5-6. Definitely not a heavy-hitting card in that particular area. If you get that, you're losing money on a pack of like draft. And heaven forbid when somebody cracks a $95 Canadian, I guess it's like $100 now, $100 Canadian collector pack, and this happens, oh my goodness. I can only picture what's going to happen. Liliana here, $19.99. This is the actual Double Masters one that they're putting up right now. This card's going to collapse to like $7. And it's not because it's not a good card. These are the more common mythics that they're going to be pulling. These are the more common ones that people are going to get. Yeah, there's some great chase cards in the set, and they'll be worth a lot of money. If you hit one of those, you're going to be great. If you get like the alternate foil version ones, that's fantastic. But that is not going to be most of the people's experiences when they open this set. I just want to warn people because I can kind of see things unfolding as I looked at all these mythics. Kozilek is kind of like that mid-level mythic, right? You get him, you're breaking even on a pack. You're a pretty happy camper. You like what's going on here. You might even go back for another pack. You're getting there. Emrakul, a little bit lower, but still, you're not going to be too disappointed grabbing one of the amazing guys like that and saying, I got them, they're awesome. Now, guys like Consecrated Sphinx, I don't know why that was not in Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. It's obviously a commander card, as are a lot of the cards on the list here. But I understand. Wizards wanted to double up and make this set awesome. But if you think Consecrated Sphinx is going to stay there at like $47, it's not staying at $47. It's going down. The price is going to plummet. Now, when we start getting closer and you see things like a Cavern of Souls, those are going to hold value and they're going to be a little bit harder to get. The tiers, the rankings, and how they're going to be on the track printing sheets, they're going to get a little more difficult. They're not going to be as common, but they'll still be out there. More common than some of the other cards. Now, we're almost done the list here. I just wanted to show them all to you what we've seen so far. So Mana Vault, this one here is pretty high right now, but again, expected to really get knocked down this time. It's been reprinted a few times. This will probably be a killing blow for the card. They'll make it a little more common than some of the others as a mythic, as an expensive mythic, and they'll watch the price tank. You don't want to buy a card like that on pre-release. I'm telling you, that card's going to sit there and just get shot. It's going to be going down. All right, Renin 6, that's going to be a harder card to get, but I've already noticed the pre-release pricing puts it between $80 and $90 Canadian for the card, so it's already coming down in price. And here it is, the granddaddy of them all, the one we're talking about, Imperial Seal. This morning, it was $250 Canadian on pre-release. It got bought all out, okay? Now it's $300 plus, okay? That's what's happening. The prices are getting jacked up. Things like TCG Player had this card already knocked in at $400 and they'd sold a few copies. This is the card. It is not going to be easy to get, but if enough is opened, there'll probably be a fairly decent supply out there for those players who are interested in the card. Remember, this is not the best tutor. Things like Vampiric Tutor are way better than this card, but it is another type of tutor that you can use inside your commander deck, and that's why people want it. It's been so expensive for so long, it's about time they reprint it. I don't know if those prices will hold. I have no idea. I am betting, though, that it's going to be hard enough to get. Wizards doesn't want to drain all the shekels out of the value of that card, not the first time out. It's going to be hard. They know the value. They looked and said, that card's worth $2,000? All right, let's knock that puppy down to about $500-600. Some of you guys are saying $80, $40, $30. A lot of us thought that way for Jeweled Lotus too. How did that work out? Remember the extended art versions that are still like $600, $700, $800? It never came down the same way. Wizards knows how to build these things, okay? They know how to build up the hype train. I'm on that train right now, and I am loving the season we're seeing right now. But at the same time, I am tempering that with a bit of reality. There's been a lot of sets this year. We have a lot of stuff pouring out. Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate is getting slaughtered. There's already stores putting it on sale. Okay, there's issues. Because people canceled orders and moved things on. We talked about this in previous videos. This is one of those sets. If you're buying as an investor to hold on to Double Masters, you'll probably do fine. You're going to be okay. For you guys who are looking for an individual single card, you might just want to go and buy a pre-release if you can find it, or wait for it to hit the secondary market. I'm not going to recommend cracking packs because all the prices of these boxes are being jacked up by the stores, hoping to make up some lost capital on other products that have not sold well and are dead stock on their shelves. And you guys know which ones I mean. There is quite a few this year. And at the end of last year, I'm looking at you, Midnight Hunt, Crimson Value. You shouldn't have done as badly as you did, but sometimes that's how it happens. Don't forget sets like that. That's in an upcoming video. I just feel we got to get this out there. We got to let people know how it's going to be laid out. Because the idea that you think you're just going to crack 3 or 4 packs and get an Imperial Seal, you're wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll be happy to be wrong. But the history of everything I've ever done on this channel tells me it's not going to be that way. It's just not. And the excitement of opening those packs and getting one will be real. you will be thrilled. But maybe you want to leave it to some of the higher rollers with a bigger bankroll and more liquidity in their stuff. Let them be the ones to crack it and have a good time and try to pick it up on the secondary market. Just trying to bring a little bit of realism here to how expensive these cards are going to be and which ones are going to fall. Picture the pyramid, picture the tiers. Which one would you put at the top of that pyramid? I bet you're thinking Imperial Seal right now because that's the first thing I thought of. And then the second tier, you're kind of thinking, oh, we got Ren and 6. We got, Cavern of Souls. Then you go third tier. You go, okay, we got the Titans in there. Then you go the fourth tier. You say, okay, we got things like Bitter Blossom. We're going to put some of those cards in the $30, $40 range before they're printed and start tanking even lower and go down to $10. This set is going to be open massively. It is going to depress the prices for about 12 months on a lot of these cards. It may be a good time for some of you guys to invest in a couple of these cards when they bottom out and catch the pickup about 24 months from now when this product's done and gone, long gone. But there's always another product around the corner, and it's very hard to time the market. So it's risky, guys. Get the cards you love. Be careful, though, when you're thinking you're just going to be cracking packs to get whatever you want, because that's not the way it's going to work. As much as I'd like it to, I just don't see it. And hey, call me wrong inside the comments section. Give me your opinion. I do want to know what you guys think. I value opinions of other people. But like I said, I've been at it for a while. And I've seen a lot of box openings. And I've seen a lot of these cards and sets come out. And we kind of see how Wizards is taking the turns here saying, look how awesome this is. But it's really hard to get. I'm looking at you, Commander Legends Original with Jeweled Lotus. Look how hard that was to get. Neon Ink, pretty hard. You see where they're going with this? We got some chase cards, but they're difficult to get. Looking forward to seeing what you guys think. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and a like. Looking forward to getting to that 10K. We're almost there. Thank you again to all my regular viewers and my new subscribers. Guys, you're awesome. Thanks again. Have a great day wherever you are in the world of Magic, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. And this video is brought to you by the fantastic patrons on my channel who show their support each and every month. Thank you so much to my patrons for making this happen. Have an awesome day. Here we are at the end of the video. You guys made it here. Congratulations. Welcome back, guys. It is a shell game. Wizards is playing a deadly game right now. They're moving things around as quick as they can to make it difficult. A lot of these cards are going to be hard to get. I really think that's going to happen. When you think of a shell game being fair, you got that kind of equal opportunity. But they're going to have different levels of difficulty. It's like playing Super Mario and you're jumping over things, getting to harder and harder levels, trying to get to that Imperial Seal. I'll be honest, guys. I went ahead and I bought the pre-release pricing at $250 minus my 10% discount at $401 because I'm like a loyalty gold guy. So I paid like $225. I wanted one for the Thrill Bolt deck. I didn't have the money. I went ahead and did it anyway. And it's the first time I've ever done this in like 10 years. It felt really weird. But at the same time, when they put them back up again, because they sold out at $250, they were all $300. And they were the cheapest I could find. So that's why I went with 401 Games in this case, guys. Remember, most times they're the cheapest to go with is 401 here in Canada, like in Toronto. They're usually the cheapest at their pre-release stuff. Generally speaking, I don't think I've ever seen them beaten, even by places like Face to Face. They don't seem to match up. But I look at that and say, okay, that was the best price, so I went ahead and bought it. I couldn't help myself. I'm like, what happens if I don't get one? I don't want to take the chance of cracking packs and not doing anything. So, and by the way, 401 Games has decided to sponsor a couple of collector box openings, so we will have extra collector boxes to open. I won't get to keep any of the contents, but at least they'll be there, and we get to see all the cool, crazy stuff we get to pull. So thank you again to 401 Games. You guys are awesome. You know, I'm loving it, guys. What can I say? I am very excited. This is going to be a spectacular set. It's going to make it. I feel it. I just worry about people getting caught up in the FOMO and just diving in, not realizing those shells are moving so quickly, you're not going to get the opportunity probably. So it might be better just to save up and get an individual card or wait for the card prices to plummet about 90 days out and pick up some cards as they're falling. That's the way I look at it. So thanks a lot for hanging out, guys. Thanks for chilling out with me today. I know it's another bonus video day, but there's just so much going on that I feel like we just got to talk about it. I know. I'm not running ragged, by the way, either. I'm totally cool doing this because you guys are awesome. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow.